Welcome back guys to the latest video. Here we've got a mock test where the learner driver picks up a serious fault on one of the spiral roundabouts for making a wrong decision to enter. And we've got some minor faults with some decision making on what to do when a traffic light goes to amber. We've got a little bit of shall we call it a dodgy emerge from a side road onto a main road when there wasn't a good view of that main road. A little bit of a speed fault at some point you'll see as well, and we've got a reversing exercise that took quite a while and needed a fix. So I'll put the faults up on the screen as the video plays through. I hope these videos are helpful to you guys. If so, let me know, leave a wee comment, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, all that jazz. Thanks guys, here we go. Now what we've got here is a right turn, third exit. So we're going to have a look to the right here. I'll freeze the screen. If you look at this car, we know that that car is either going to leave the roundabout there or they're going to come round this way. They're not signalling, so it's unclear what they're doing. The learner tries to go and I had to put the brakes on. What they should have done was taken an extra second just to find out if that car was coming round or if they were leaving. That's all it took there, so serious fault for instructor putting the brake on. Now let's have a look up ahead. There's a green light that is about to change to amber. It changes now. If you look at how much road is left, there is plenty of time to stop. However, the learner decides to continue going through, and they told me afterwards that they thought it would be too much of a sudden break and there was a car at the back, but the advice was if you see an amber light and you can stop, you should stop. Now with this one, they're turning right at the end of the road. This is what we call a closed junction. It's impossible really to see what's coming from the left or from the right. Now what happens is the learner has a little bit look to the right and decides to start going here, and as it turns out there was a red car coming and they just managed to get out of the way. The advice there would have been to creep and crawl, creep and peep the phrase, a little bit more non-committally until you can actually see properly on both sides of the road. Now have a look to your left. you're going to see a flashing temporary 20 sign. I'll put that up on the screen here. A little bit tricky this one, the sun was shining right in our faces, we were blinded by that sun. A couple of speed bumps, the speed was under control. But as the car starts to go down the hill, you can see the speed on the screen here starts to go up. It goes above the limit here, shown in red, and it gets all the way up to 24. Now at 24, the learner starts bringing the speed down, so they did notice and they did fix it, so it's not been marked as serious, but definitely something to keep an eye on, especially going down a hill, especially in a 20 miles an hour zone. So we're reversing the car into a parking bay. I've decided to put the timer on the screen. Now that's minutes and seconds. We're already approaching the first minute and the car's not halfway in yet. Now I tell people don't rush this, but at the same time I think it's about 2.5 minutes this whole thing takes. It probably should take a little bit less than that. So I'm not saying it's a serious fault for the amount of time it took. There was a minor fault because they had to go forward and fix it and come back, and I'll put a wee picture up on the screen to show you how it looked when they finished this manoeuvre. They managed to get the car in, although it's just a little bit squint there. So my advice is this: don't hang around, keep it moving quite smoothly and see if you can get the car centred without having to fix it. Having said that, if you need to fix it, fair enough, do the fix. Now we seem to be sitting here for quite a while waiting, but it is busy, it's a busy time of day. The learner didn't miss any chances, but the one that they did take, if you keep an eye on the centre mirror, as they start going, it was probably the wrong decision to go, because there was a Mini coming quite fast along the road, and in my opinion the Mini in the mirror has to slow down because of us. So on that basis that would be marked as a serious fault.